Good morning. Amy Engelmark here. Welcome to More Money, More Joy 5-day training series. This is day 2 of 5. And I have coffee in my throat. If you're joining us live, welcome. If you're watching the replay, welcome. Super happy to have you here. I'm going to get all my technical details sorted out, and within about 15 seconds, I'm going to start. Yesterday, we covered overcoming fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, and insecurities that have to do with money. Today, we're going to cover something that's related, and it's everything that I'm going to be teaching is all in sequence. So yesterday was overcoming fears, doubts, insecurities, beliefs that will hold you back from making more money and experiencing more joy, right? And I shared my 4-step process with you. Maybe I gave you a bonus step there. Today we're talking about doing work with calmness and joy in a way that feels easy and light. How are we supposed to do that? How can we operate from a place of ease and joy? That's what I'm going to be covering today. So if you're joining me live, it's like I have a blindfold on and I can't see you. So please let me know your name and where you're from, and then I'll hop in. Also, give me a smiley face in the chat if you wouldn't mind. That would be great. Gives me energy too. As I give you this information today, treat it like gold. Put it to work in your life. That's how you're going to see the results. Hey, Nancy, nice to see you. Thanks for the happy face. If you treat it like gold, if you value what I'm going to share today, by putting it into practice and just testing it out with an open mind, you will see new results in your bank account, and you will notice deeper peace in your heart and calmness and a sense of excitement in your work, in your business. If you're a business owner, maybe you're a medical professional watching this. Let's dive right in. I'm going to share today a quadrant of principles that are related to wealth creation, and specifically today around creating calmness in your heart and in your mind so that you can focus and produce better results. Now, these steps I've compiled from personal use as well as so many case studies with clients, helping people move from feeling overwhelmed and stressed and not having the balance they want and the connection with their loved ones while they grow their professional lives, grow themselves professionally and access those results, to a place of calmness and confidence and being able to deal with anxiety and unexpected things in the moment, being able to have patience before results show up in your life. Put your hand up if you'd like to have more patience before you get what you're waiting for or what you're working for. I know that I could always use more patience. We're going to cover first why. Why bother taking 15, 20 minutes today to tune in and figure out how you can be more calm and joyful and how that relates to you making more money. And then we're going to look at the actual foundation. Hi, Sophia. Thanks for chiming in. Good morning. Then we're going to look at the actual foundation that I use in my life and that my clients use to be able to accelerate financial profit and deepen a sense of confidence and calmness. It's like the roots underneath the ground that you can't see. So we're going to look at what are those components and what do I use to refresh my mindset when it gets out of control or going down a negative, hopeless path, so that you can experience the joy that you can access every single day. And I can't wait to share you what these wealth principles are. And I'm going to get you to do a bit of drawing today. Even if you don't think you're an artist, you're going to get pen to paper and it's not going to look like natural notes. So, when I feel most joyful and calm, let's look at that, the root system and the foundation for my day. When I feel most joyful and calm in business, it's because I'm handing over insecurities and fears before I start my day and also during the day. So, what do I mean? Fears about where's the next client coming from, or how am I going to manage finances to be able to cover all of the things I want to do in life, travel, adventures, nice things for myself and my family, being able to bless other people financially. Fears related to money, I need to hand those over before I can pick up peace. Now, when you think about holding this glass of water in this awesome blown glass, water glass, if I'm holding it, I have no room to hold anything else. And it's the same in life with anxiety and fears related to money. Usually that's rooted in a belief around some form of lack, like you're not able to create the income you want, or there's not enough, or you have to make that income materialize all by yourself. And when we hold on to the fears and anxieties, we have no room for peace. We have no room for trust because we're throwing all of our energy onto fear. So I believe in God, I believe in Jesus. And no matter if you're a spiritual, if you identify with a certain faith, or if you're an atheist and you don't at all, you can use this foundational principle to start your day off so that you feel strong and grounded and you can't be blown around by whatever happens in your day. This is what I'm going to suggest. If you believe in a force greater than yourself, when you first become conscious in the morning, if you notice there's any kind of trepidation, doubt, insecurity, fear around your work or around money, hand it over to God and say, I give you X anxiety. And just let God know about it. Have a conversation about it. And then literally say out loud or in your mind, and I pick up peace in replacement of it. Thank you for that peace that I can carry around, knowing that wherever that next income is going to come from, it's coming to me. And I need to focus on what's in my control. And I give the rest to you that I can't control. If you're not spiritual and you don't believe in anything greater than yourself, what you can do to replace that practice is you can literally write out your fear or anxiety on a little notebook beside your bed that's specifically for this practice. And then you can have a book of affirmations that's like a sword cutting the lie that fear would have you believe in half. You get to cut its head off with the affirmation. It's really fun. You have the power of life and death in your tongue. Oh my goodness, your words are powerful, my friend. Nancy, you'll like that. Written or spoken, our words are powerful. So some of the truths that I speak over myself are All things are working together for my good, and I can trust that. So instead of listening to the fear, I say that out loud, sometimes in my mind, but more effectively out loud, everyone who's listening right now. If you're just chiming in, please put in the chat box your name, just so I can see who's here live with us. And if you're getting any insights right now, like, yes, I need a specific reminder instead of the fear I've been listening to, what voice do I need to listen to as my truth moving forward? So some other truths that I speak over myself are, I'm a magnet for good things. I don't have to push or strive to be able to experience happiness or growth in my business. It just is attracted to me naturally. And then that lifts a lot of weight off my shoulders. Another one is that I keep my focus on service and helping, and money naturally comes to me. Another one is prosperity is my inheritance, because I believe with all of my heart that God is my dad and God is the creator who is an abundant being. And so naturally, being a daughter, being an heir of royalty, I just naturally inherit abundance. It comes to me naturally. So it's part of my birthright. Whatever you need to speak over yourself after you write down your fear, or maybe literally pretend to throw your paper fear in the garbage in the bathroom when you wake up, just chuck it, or do something to get rid of that fear that's active with your body physiologically. And then speak the truth about yourself, even if you don't believe it yet. You train yourself to believe new things about yourself by speaking a new truth over yourself. It actually becomes part of your makeup. You have the power to do that. Remember, yesterday we were talking about neuroplasticity and your ability to change the makeup of your brain structure so that your thought patterns are different, and the new ones become stronger than the old ones, and the old ones slough off. It's so exciting that you have the power to do that. Put a number 1 in the comments if that's something that really gives you hope, or if that's something that intrigues you or excites you. Sure does for me. So those are some of the affirmations I would suggest replacing fear with. And I would really recommend having a routine to deal with fear and anxiety when it comes up, instead of trying to ignore it because it really makes you uncomfortable. The thought of what that fear is telling you is going to happen in your life. Your income's going to drop when you take a break. So don't take any breaks, and you're freaking out and you're like, oh, I need a break. I'm feeling like my eyes are sore and my back is sore and I miss my family and haven't seen my friends in weeks. But fear is telling me that I can't take a break or everything's going to go to crap. All things are working together for my good. In the perfect timing, money is coming to me. New projects are coming to me. As I take a break and refresh, creative ideas flow to me, and I make money quickly, just like that. Speak new truth over yourself, okay? So that's what I do when I want to feel more calm and joyful. 3 other things that I do. I'm teaching quickly here, right? Because we have a short amount of time. So watch the replay if you can't get this all live. Sometimes I watch trainings 2 or 3 times, and only one of those times do I take notes, but the other times, all of that information is still absorbed and you get something new. So the 3 other things that I do are after I deal with the fear or anxiety, really got a frog in my throat this morning, one sec. Then I actively practice trusting what I have released control over. Usually, fear can come up, or anxiousness, when we're trying to control something that really we can't control. or something's happening that's not within our plan and we're trying to make our plan happen and it's not happening. So, those things that you're releasing control over, then I actively practice trusting in the best result happening for me. And I actively practice relying on God. So you could rely on an unseen force if you don't believe in God, or you could rely on, start practicing trusting in yourself more, whatever works for you. And then the last step is I practice thankfulness. And this, my friends, cuts right through any fear, cuts right through any hopelessness. If you're joining, I see more people joining as I'm teaching. Please let me know, where are you joining from, and um, and your name, please. When you actively practice thankfulness, you change your inner atmosphere, and you also increase your own energy to be able to get into action and stop procrastinating, or maintain action and stop losing time or missing out on opportunities in your work life. Because we all know it's a universal truth that when you are thankful, you're feeling positive and you're focusing on what you do have versus where you don't have and what you feel you're lacking right now. And remember yesterday what I shared, whatever you focus on grows, right? So don't focus on what you're going through right now, focus on where you're going to and who you're becoming. That new reality is where you want your focus to be. Your faith and belief and trust will grow as you think, as you cultivate, like stir up the dirt in your garden of thankfulness, fluff it up. Thankfulness is like that fertilizer that helps things grow and develops your belief in what seems impossible. It's an exciting game to play, and it's a much better use of your energy than focusing on fear, which demonstrates you're not trusting, which causes stress. Who is relating to what I'm teaching right now? Give me a little star or maybe some money signs in the comments. Awesome, Sophie. Thanks. Let's now talk about the four quadrants. And this is where I want you to get your pen and paper out if you haven't been taking notes. So I want you to draw one horizontal line and one vertical line. And I'm going to share with you four principles that I use in my life and that I teach clients to help them work with more ease and lightness, joy and calmness. This is going to help you continue to stay motivated and do the work necessary to increase your bank account and your joy account in your heart. Okay, top right, I want you, well, this would be your right. I want you to write preparation in that box. And then below that, I want you to write expectation. In the other lower quadrant, I want you to write limitation. Please let me know if I'm moving too fast for you. I can repeat myself. And in the upper left quadrant, I want you to write patience. So we're going to start with preparation. Every single day, these are four activities that you can do to ground yourself so that you have an anchor and the rest of your day goes more smoothly and you can focus and enjoy your work instead of feeling disappointed, frustrated, or like you're not making progress. So under preparation, you can write daily routine. If you take even 5 to 10 minutes a day, my friend, and you create a routine where you're planning ahead, research shows that that actually saves 1 hour of time for every 10 minutes you spend planning. Because otherwise, you're flying by the seat of your pants. You're not focused on what you really need every day. And you're feeling frantic and stretched thin, and you don't want that. You're caught off guard by things that you didn't take time to plan for, to prepare for. So in that quadrant, I want you to write, who do I want to be today? And what will help me be her or be him? And notice I didn't say, what do I want to accomplish today? You can include that if you want, but we're talking about calmness and joy today, doing work from a place of calmness and joy. So when you focus on who you want to be, naturally you will do the things that will create greater levels of profit and greater levels of joy. So if I wanted to feel, see, how do I want to feel today? Beautiful. I want to feel beautiful today. I want to feel wise and I want to feel powerful. So, what would help me feel beautiful, wise, and powerful? One, taking care of myself before I have any appointments. So, giving myself the time that I need instead of rushing things. Two, what would help me feel wise? What would help me feel wise is making sure I have time for study and learning. It's really valuable for me. I never want to feel like I'm giving from an empty tank. And what would make me feel powerful? Talking to God makes me feel really powerful. Making sure that I am reminding myself of who I really am makes me feel really powerful. Then I walk in that power. So, what does it for you, and who do you want to be today? What's going to help you feel that way? When you plan for your day from a place of who do I want to be, then you're going to be making sure that you honor your values and think ahead so that at 3 o'clock today, you're not sideswiped when someone says, well, whenever anything unexpected happens in your life that could derail you from what you'd like to, who you want to be, and what you want to achieve, you've thought ahead and you've planned for that. Bottom corner there, under preparation is expectation. So, I'm going to pause. What are you taking away so far? And I'm going to check on our time. Oh my goodness, I have to speed through the last 3 points. So, bear with me. Do share with me one insight you're taking away already. Under expectation, so that's the corner under preparation, I want you to write what feels like too much for me today, because so often we put so much on our plates that we overwhelm ourselves and cause ourselves unnecessary stress, which completely blocks us from being able to feel calm. So, what would feel like too much on my plate today? What would feel like too little on my plate today? And like Goldilocks, what would be just right? So find the just right amount of activity, an amount of rest, an amount of connection. What am I capable of? But if I expected that much of myself, would tip me past my balancing point. You are a very capable person if you are on this call with me today and attending this class. The people that I work with are highly driven, motivated. They're creative and artistic, and they also value efficiency. They value providing a service or a product that's high quality. They always want to do their best. And so knowing you, you could be someone who is highly capable, very powerful, and can expect too much of yourself. So just be careful. Remember the Goldilocks rule. Bottom corner beside expectation is limitation. Remember that sometimes we block the good out of our lives, and that can cause us stress and sadness because we're not giving ourselves permission and saying yes to joy. So, what do I need to say yes to today that would bring me more joy, even if it means it's a bit uncomfortable for me because I'm stretching? What do I need to say yes to? Those opportunities that I might be a bit afraid of, but are actually good for me. And what do I need to say no to? Or what do I choose to say no to that would help me feel more calm? You can ask yourself those two questions even in the middle of the day or at the end of the day when someone says, hey, can I get your help? Or hey, would you like to take on this opportunity? And you think, I'm freaking out inside, but it's a yes because it makes me feel excited. Or it's a no because when I say no or I think no, it makes me feel calm. Set limitations that honor your peace of mind and your joy. Top corner and last teaching point for today is patience. Patience is paramount and crucial to you feeling calm and even excited about your current day and the future that's coming for you. And it's a good future. When I incorporate patience in my day, I'm learning how to wait well. A pregnant woman has to learn how to wait well. Someone who is waiting for a test result from a doctor needs to learn how to wait well, or they create anxiety for themselves. And anxiety, we all know from research, actually creates disease in the body. So you need to guard your heart so that you're promoting good health for yourself. So, some of the aspects to waiting well and being patient in the moment is that cultivation of that trust and making sure that you're guarding the vision that you're focusing on, that your soul or your spirit is focusing on, that you're where you're guiding your thoughts is good. That helps you be patient when you feel like you're in the mystery or in the unknown in the waiting period and things haven't materialized yet. Remember, don't focus on what you can't see happening. Focus on the invisible that isn't made visible yet. And think of those waiting periods when you're developing patience like a bulb underground. It hasn't stopped growing, it's growing closer and closer to the surface. And as you keep your heart focused on the truth of that spiritual universal law, you're going to be so happy as you see it finally stretch out and grow visibly in your life as your finances grow because you were consistent, you stayed the course, and you didn't give up just because you couldn't see a result yet. Hope you enjoyed today. Let me know an insight that you're taking away. You're going to get the replay soon if you're not watching it right now. And shoot me some questions. I have literally 2 minutes before I have to get going and drive to an appointment. But let me know what questions came up today because I'm going to make time to answer those on the 5th day. There's going to be live Q&A and live coaching, and I'm going to share case studies of people who have moved from a place of less joy, more stress, and income, maybe great income, but they want to be able to up level it. I'm going to be sharing you stories of how they did that in a way that honors all of the desires of their heart. So any questions that you have today, shoot them in the chat box right now. Also, anything that really hit home for you today, I'd love to hear that. Tomorrow, I'll be covering breaking the rules, helping you create a roadmap that's your personalized roadmap to financial success in a joyful way. And in order to do that, you need to break a few rules. And this is where it gets really fun because we're taught we are not supposed to break rules. We're supposed to live in the box. But you got to break rules in order to be your authentic self and make the impact you want through your work and your life. Thanks for joining me today. And Tanya, just going to see what you said there. Okay, I'm glad you got to watch some of it with us. Glad you're going to watch the replay. It's worth your time. And I will see you tomorrow to help you break some big rules in your life so you can be happier and you can increase your finances. We'll talk to you soon.